90-degree angle. A lot of badminton players do not perform this 90-degree angle posture correctly. And because the angle is too little, not enough power is generated, resulting in a short distance of travel. For example, when we shoot an arrow, the arrow of a small bow does not travel the same distance as compared to that of a bigger bow. Prepare your forearm hold, keeping the hitting surface of the racket angled towards you. A lot of badminton players have their joints facing outwards. This outward facing during a hit will have no power at all. It will only generate tiredness or cause an injury. Palm should be facing towards you and the racket angled towards you. Palm centered, web space, and the first 3 fingers should be properly spaced. The body formation is the same for forehand backcourt smash and drop. A lot of badminton players have their racket straight while they are playing. Racket face facing directly at the target during the hit will only generate wind resistance. Let's compare. Is this hitting speed faster or this speed? This is the reason why we have to slant the racket face towards us. The side of the racket should be facing our target to avoid wind resistance and to increase the power of the hit. First, we need to rotate our body so that the body gravity will first transfer from our right foot to our left foot along with our arm. Arm will spin, which leads to your wrist. Wrist will lead to your fingers. The fingers and palm should be held tightly, and the shuttle should be hit with a spin. The 4 spinning points added to combine as one big spinning force is the best method to hit a shuttle with the most power and speed. After a hit, the first 3 fingers are out of the gripping curve of the racket, which forms a fist shape. It should immediately stop its motion like an emergency brake. This can generate a backhand force, just like a gun's backhand force after a bullet's been fired. This is also called a counterforce in physics. Use the forehand clear to move your opponent to the back court. It will create space in the front court for you to exploit. It will also give you more time to go back to your base. After a hit, fingers gripping the racket should form a fist shape. This can generate a back-end force. The hit should immediately stop its motion like an emergency brake. The backhand high serve is used commonly during singles play to move your opponent as far back in the court as possible, thus opening up his court. And low serve is used when you want your opponent to lift the shuttle. It is commonly used during doubles, but you can use it during singles too if your opponent's attack is too strong. Right-handed players should have the hand and racket in front of their right foot. Left foot is set behind their right foot and vice versa for left-handed players. Left and right foot should be spaced at the same distance as your shoulders. And body should be slanted a little. Left hand's first 3 fingers should be used to grasp the shuttle. With palm centered, web spaced, while spreading both arms. Thumb should be placed at the top of the racket, just above the arris. The gripping of the racket is the same as the backhand grip. Palm centered, web spaced. First 3 fingers should be evenly spread and the position of the grip should be moved upward a little. You can hold the racket closer to the arris. You hold the grip near the tip when you hit it rationally. For the backhand serve, you hold the racket near the arris. Do not move your back arm, which needs to be steady. Use your forearm and fingers to create power. When we are near the net, only a small force is needed to serve. Try to use the fingers to create the motion movement. For service to the backcourt, we will need to use more strength and hence extend our forearm to generate more power. The forehand high serve is used commonly during singles play to move your opponent as far back in the court as possible, thus opening up his court. And low serve is used when you want your opponent to lift the shuttle. It is commonly used during doubles, but you can use it during singles if your opponent's attack is too strong. Forehand high serve and low serve have the same posture. Left foot should be a step forward and the right foot should be behind the left foot. The distance between each foot should be parallel to your shoulders. Before the serve, the center of gravity should focus on your right foot and the left foot's heel should be lifted up. During the serve, spin your body where the center of gravity transfers from your right foot to your left foot and use your hips' spinning force to serve the shuttle out. Spin your hip, center of gravity on the right foot, and let the center of gravity transfer from your right foot to your left foot. Body should be angled slightly. Left hand holds the shuttlecock. Lots of players hold it like this. which is wrong. You should hold it like we hold the racket. Palm center, web space. Use the first 3 fingers to control the shuttle. Left hand raised slightly. Right hand expanded comfortably. Racket hitting surface should not point in another direction. Racket hitting surface should point towards your face. Hand grip to be palm centered and web spaced. Forehand high serve. Move the center of gravity from your right foot to the left foot by using your shoulder joints and continue to stroke the racket all the way up to complete the motion. After the serve, while the shuttle is in the air, the palm and web should be tightly clasped. Before serving, the palm center and web space should hold the racket like this. Both hands to be raised slightly and expanded comfortably. During the serve, the motion should not be overly done. Keep a half circular formation. Forehand low serve has the same gripping and posture as the high serve. Racket direction, palm center, web space. Here the only difference is during the motion of serving. In the forehand low service, there is a slight pause when the racket reaches the front of your body. After the slight pause, we continue with the serve. Ready? Here's the low serve. The following exercises can greatly assist players in increasing flexibility, body coordination, strengthening of ankle joints, and the overall strength of leg muscles. Fast-paced movement with legs can help kneecap and inner and outer thigh ligaments to be stretched out. It can generate more power and strength in the long run. Flexibility reflex can determine where the shuttle is going in a split second. With this training, it can help your brain to have faster reflexes and can assist you with faster responsive shots and accuracy on the court. It can strengthen your body and mind. It increases flexibility, speed and movement frequency when required to move and stop in a decisive speed. Constant training with small steps in this exercise can lead you to bigger steps and movement in the court. All the training movements are focused on the legs and tips of your toes. Three squares left and right foot cross. Left and right foot crisscross steps for practicing left and right movement. This helps players to receive a smash hit from the sides. Four squares left and right foot spin, lift and kneecap raise. This helps players to exercise their hip muscles and reflexes to generate more power during a hit. Five squares left and right footsteps, left and right. This helps players to move in angles in the court with faster and more responsive reflexes. Six squares front and low steps. Left and right foot front and low steps by using your tiptoe to move on the squares to practice movement and strengthen the front and back muscles of your legs. Seven squares front and low steps forward and crisscross backwards. This exercise helps players to strengthen their leg muscles, flexibility, as well as emergency stops and prepare for a powerful hit. Eight squares tiptoe steps. This exercise helps players to move left and right better and receive a smash. This can also create muscle memory, so players don't have to use their brain to control this movement during a smash hit in the court. Forward rope jump. This helps players to build ankle and leg strength. By jumping with the foot, it can help them build faster responsive jumps during a hit or smash. Backward rope jump. This helps players to build ankle and leg strength. Jumping on the foot can help them create faster responsive action when they receive a smash during the game. Forward hop. This helps players to build leg muscles. Sideways steps. This helps players to move around the court sideways faster and build better response while receiving a smash hit. In and out hops. This helps players to practice their ankle muscle responsive reflexes. Foot clap steps. This helps the players to coordinate their body part response as well as stability. Backward steps. This helps players to use more tiptoeing in the court to increase